Quickscreen Show. I'm your host, Nate Albaugh, aka Quickscreen when you're talking to me on the forums. And this is where we get to talk about coaching football, or anything else really that has to do with the world of football. So we'll kick things off talking about Bama versus Michigan. I can't say that I'm always right, because I'm not always right. But this time I was right, and I'm sure with about 90% of the population was right. Everyone knew Michigan couldn't really go with Bama, and I had to read my couple of articles about the fact that the Big Ten is down, the same things that I knew would happen. And fortunately for me, right now I don't have television. That's a long story, how I ended up without television, so I'll spare you for that. But I don't have ESPN right now, which is the only reason I haven't had to listen to the college football experts on the fact that the Big Ten is down. But I do have to wonder, right after Alabama blasts Auburn and anyone else that they're about to blast, maybe Ole Miss, they're going to blast several teams in the SEC. After they blast them, I'm just wondering, are they still going to go ahead and talk about how the rest of the SEC is down? Probably not. All they say is that the SEC has no holes, which I just have to say there's a couple teams that aren't necessarily as good as Alabama. I'm just saying that's possible. For as long as we're on the topic of the SEC, though, I might as well go ahead and go into the stupid things that people will say, including this one right here, especially the stupid things kids will say. Missouri's defensive tackle, Sheldon Richardson, is quoted as saying, and let me read this to you so I get this right. This is in reference to watching the Georgia football game, because apparently Missouri plays Georgia this Saturday. He says, I watched the game, turned it off too. It's like watching Big Ten football. It's old man football. Okay, all right, so apparently anything that's not Oregon-style offense is for old men. Now, I guess you could call that old man-style football, like the style of football that Alabama plays and almost every single professional football team plays. Or I guess you could call that like ass-kicking football. So I mean, you can really call it either one, but if you're stupid, like a dumb college kid, you can call it old man football. Okay? So he goes on to say, get this one. If we execute, talking about his Missouri Tigers, no one in this league can touch us. Period. So let me just be the person that's going to point out that if you're one of those people that thinks all football games where the offense isn't running the spread or some sort of offense like Oregon's is boring, then you're putting yourself in the same category as the kid that thinks that all Missouri has to do in order to dominate the SEC is execute. Yeah, really, that's you. That's you. You think like that same kid. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I shouldn't have to say anything else. Speaking of the stupid things kids say, I got a young man that moved into my program this year. Now, I love him to death, and I almost am glad he said this, but this is pretty much a stupid thing to say. So a young man moves in from Nevada. He is so average looking. You know, he's probably 5'9", 190 pounds, runs a 5'3", 40. But he moves in, and so July 1st he joins up with our team, and he is nothing but fantastic all summer. By August, he's a leader. By now, week 3, he's one of our main leaders, if not the leader of our football team. He just is a fantastic leader, and he's a fantastic football player. You know, he's obviously not the most talented kid I've coached, but he is the most, maybe the best football player that I've coached. He just understands it and gets it and reacts extremely well defensively. Well, this young man, of course, the newspapers are in at the beginning of the season, and I tell them, hey, interview this guy. He's a good senior leader for us. I talk to him. He speaks well. So they bring him over. And of course, he knows nothing about our league, our conference, the area that we play in. He knows nothing about anyone we're playing. And they come over, and he says, so the reporter says, so what do you feel, what do you think coming in? Now keep in mind, we were 4-5 a year ago, okay? The year before that, we were 1-8. And they asked this young man, what do you think coming into the season? What are your expectations? He says, oh, we're winning state. We're going all the way. Write that down. Write that down. Put it on record right now. We're winning state. And he's got this huge grin on his face. And I look at him, and I could do nothing but laugh. He really just told the reporter, write that down. I'm going on record. We're winning state right now. The kid's clueless. But what a great attitude. My goodness, the stupid things kids say. I may have to start 2 forum questions this week. Go ahead, log into the forums. Give me an idea. Is there anything that you remember one of your kids saying that was one of the stupidest things you ever heard a kid say? Let's start that a topic for them this week. Stupid things kids say, stupid things your kids have said that you just shake your head at, and you can do nothing but shake your head. Hey, let's talk actual football. I'm going to talk about kicking off. Now, when it comes to my football team and kicking off, I get extremely nervous. The reason I get nervous is because how many of you have had a kickoff run back on you? Now, for some reason, whatever reason, completely luck, I know I'm not taking any credit. We haven't had one run back on us in the 5 years that I've been a head coach. I take no credit for that. I feel extremely lucky. Okay, so every time we kick off, I'm nervous as heck. And I never, now I don't know how everybody else gets one, but I never have a kicker that can kick it into the end zone, ever. My kids, you know, in practice, they'll kick it to the 5, and then we try to kick deep in a game. He kicks it to the 25, and this perfectly nice arcing ball right to the 25. And everybody freaking returns it to us to the 50. This year I finally said, well, the heck with it. When I kick deep, they either return it to the 50, or they're going to return it for a touchdown and break it. But if I onside or do this silly little pop-up kick, they either get it at the 50 or we get it back. So when I look at my options, really, it seems like a no-brainer. I've really almost stopped kicking deep. And sometimes I kind of feel bad. We've had a couple decent-sized leads, but my defense has been playing so well that I know that their best chance to score is on a kick return. And so we're up 28-0. And I don't want to kick deep. I still don't want to kick deep because they might run it back, and maybe that's the spark that leads them to their comeback. I don't know. So we're up 28-0, and I want to squib it, but my kid stinks at squibbing. So I just kick it and on the ground, kick it hard, and sure enough, we'll get it back. And then I know surely someone out there is going, oh, you're up 28-0 and onside kicking. Well, that's just what we do. We onside kick all the time because I never have a kicker that can kick it in the end zone. And even when I have a kicker that can kick it kind of deep, all I'm doing is setting up their very best return. So I don't know if any of you are in this boat with me. I hate kicking off, and I can't come up with a great way to kick off that makes me look like I'm a good guy when I'm not kicking deep. I can't figure out a solution. So get on the forums. That's question number 2 topic for the Quickscreen show this week, since we had such a good one with the stupid things kids say. But question number 2, or topic number 2, is what are you doing to help limit kick returns? Or do you just rep the heck out of it? Or, hey, if you've got the kid that kicks it in the end zone, you don't get to comment. The heck with you. Okay? Your opinion doesn't matter. Your kid just kicks in the end zone, and they get it to 20, and you don't have to worry about it. But all of you others that are like me, and you don't have a kid that kicks in the end zone, what do you do? Do you just say, the heck with it, you got to pooch. You got to pooch every time. Well, I don't know what to do. So you guys give me your opinions. Let me know. And really all you guys that have the guy that kicks the end zone, I'm really just jealous of you, so don't take it personally. Man, it has been fun. Thank you for joining me on the Quickscreen show. I look forward to seeing you guys next Tuesday. I don't know about you guys, but we got a huge test ahead of us Friday night. Good luck to all you men, except for you, Coach Dodd, because I'm playing you Friday night. In case you watched, no luck to you. Oh, you're the only guy in the country I'm not going to wish luck to this weekend. All right, man. It's been fun. Until next time, coach 'em up.